still got room for the hub to center up, which means we're not binding. It's in the center, which is good. We use the correct pattern, so it's all centered still nice. It's not, you know, way the hell over here, going doom, doom, doom like that when you rotate it. So it can go up or down. I can hold it. So it's still loose. So now what I'm going to do is on these spokes, I'm going to take all these spokes, and I'm going to run them to the thread, all the way until the thread's buried. Because we have a lot of nipples sticking out here, see? It's a lot. Now at some point, it's going to kick the wrench out the end of the hole. We have a lot of slack on this wheel. It's going to go way past the first thread. Start the valve stem hole over here. And I'm pulling about 3/16 of an inch here. I'm just going to flush, no extra. I probably wind up going a couple turns past, but just do everything the same. It'll stay true. It's easier to do it now than having to redo it later. Ah, come on. Jeez, I can find a hole. If you leave the wheel up on these boards, it's a lot less effort to do it, because you're pretty much centered already. We've come about halfway around now. It's still loose. I know we have to pull in deeper. Now it's starting to get tight finally. We're 2/3 of the way around the circle now. That's our first rogue spoke. There's always one of those in the group. It's not the same as everybody else. Okay, so we're now all the way around, flush. You see all the nipples are flush with the first thread, and we still have a little bit of movement, but not much. So I'm going to get it pretty centered. And it does have some movement still in it. But she's hanging centered. So you look down the flange. It looks like it's pretty much flush with the wheel on that side. You look down the flange on this side to the inside of the flange, and you can see how it's pooched out just a little bit, so it needs to go a little bit in like that to be centered. So equalize the flanges. So we're pretty close. You can see how close it's truing in. And we're not even doing anything, just tightening holes, not even paying attention to anything really. Just kind of roughing it in. Okay, now you got to figure out how much more you want to go. Get back to the valve stem hole. I'm thinking we're going to go in 1 to 2 turns in. I'm going to try 1.5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now the reason I'm doing 3, not 4, is because some of these spokes I think will get tight. I just don't know which ones. When you're halfway around, you find out how close you were, because if it gets really, really tight right here and you're not even halfway yet, it's going to be a problem. I think we're going to be alright, but we'll see. That one's getting tight. Tight. Probably could have went 4. 3 is tight, but it's not too bad. One more would have made it pretty tight. See, at 3 it gets tight. Loose, loose, at 2, and tight. To go 4, I would have put tension on it, which is alright too. This one has tension on it already. And the last one. There you go. I'm going to move around too much now because it's got tension on it. She's not moving anymore. There's a bunch of loose bolts in there still. There's also tight ones. There's more tight ones than loose ones. So I'm going to go ahead and go around and give it one more. If it's tight, I give it 1. If it's loose, I give it, I'll give it 2. Oh, that's tight. Oh, that's really tight. Oh. And that was loose right next to it. That was that one rogue spoke we had, I bet. Oh, this one's tight too. Oh, a lot of tension on that one. tight. Okay, getting pretty tight on some of those now. Some are still loose. Quick look at it, see where we're at. We're definitely way far in on the other side. So you can see how much this flange here is sticking out versus this one over here. This one's actually recessed, and see this one here is way the hell out. So to me it looks like it's way too far in. So it needs to be tightened up on this side here, not that side, I think. But I don't know, that's kind of where it went to. So if you want to judge where the actual spoke is, how deep is it inside of there? This spoke is definitely further out. See, the spoke's almost, it's only like an 1/8 inch below the surface. Going like this, looking at it. So you're looking from this side of the rim to this side of the rim down here, and guessing where that's at. And to do that like this, the spoke is disappearing, and we still got that far to go. So that tells me this side of the head here needs to come up. But those spokes are pretty tight. So. I'm just going to go ahead and take out some of the slack, only on the upper spokes. Just to move. Not really wanting to move. Oh, holy dumbass. What are we doing here? You dumbass. Going the wrong way. I'm going to go through and loosen the spokes a little bit. Not much, just a little bit. Half a turn or so. That one's tight, but it's loose. There's a tight one. That one's loose. Okay. Now, when you tighten this other side, this side is going to pull it up. Or pull it, excuse me. It's going to push it down. Damn, I'll get it figured out yet. So, as you tighten this up, it's going to go the other direction because it's at a downhole angle. As you pull it, it drops. I'm going to pull it down a little bit. So, where is my... Problems I buried in a hole, so we'll just go back where we had it. Here's my hole. So I'm going to tighten the bottom row up. I'm going to try to go turn and a half. Turn up a little extra if we can get it on the loose spokes. Some of these spokes are not loose. Kind of a judgment call. That was really loose. So this one. That's way loose. That one's tight. Of course, got a really loose one right next to it. All right. Now let's see what we did. Some people worry about that falling on the floor. Not me. Let it fall. Okay, now we're looking at our edge again. So if you go back over here and look at your edge, way down here, so we're looking at, and you can see it's disappearing about the same spot. This disappears just before I disappear the other edge over there, but pretty close. Now we look at our flange over here and see what we're doing on this side. And where am I at here? So right about there. See, it's about flush. So now this is flush with this edge. So now we're within about we're within an 1/8 of an inch of offset now, which is only a 1/16 of center. See, you move an 1/8, it's only a 1/16 change on center line, but it's an 1/8 inch movement down here. So we're pretty close in where our rim goes right now. So I got it centered up pretty close. It's definitely got tension on it. We're not sure how true it is, but it should be relatively close. But you can see how you rough it all in. Alright, so that's 2 wheels roughed in. So we'll throw them up in the truing stand tomorrow and kind of get a rough idea where we're at. Truing stand's buried back behind the fire extinguisher down there. It's that black thing down there. So I'll work on that tomorrow. It's getting late. Oh, it is tomorrow. Oh shit, it's getting an early start on the day. It's 15 minutes into the day. Yeah, start a new day. Okay, so anyway, we'll work on that tomorrow and get the wheels roughed in a little bit closer than what they are. Alright, that's it for now. Right now we got nice set of looking wheels.